All that I see is a lie. We get a fit. That's a drip. She in my wrist. That's a freezer.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Raiders of Oakland taking on the L.A. Chargers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Southern California. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Herbert going to go to the air right away. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Grant Delpit. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Herbert off of play action. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They run on first down with Jackson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they send the slot in motion left.
19 Lions.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here's Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
21.
Here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. The Chargers had 8-5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Go. Hey, ram. Ready.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Set.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start here with Jackson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Love looking to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Toss play to Jackson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Check smash. Check smash. Warrior 70.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he lost the football. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Herbert now. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lion.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And running with power here. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
1st down, going to the air with Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 60. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now 3rd down and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. An inside give to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Meanwhile,
on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Love now. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Trying to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Herbert. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Panther 11! 79 Broncos! Go!
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready! Go, Reed, go!
On second down, this is Jackson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now it's Jackson. Fights loose. A solid stiff arm. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurt! 65 cat!
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, love to pass. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Ready, break. 3.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready. Pat the street. Make it. Ready.
They run again with Jackson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Herbert throwing again. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Alabama! Donald Parham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short, and they'll be unable to get this back within one score as it stays a 9-point game. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Go, check. Go, check.
They'll run again with Jackson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Hey, smash Bronco!
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. Still going. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Donald Perro with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chargers are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 2. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
18 Rattler. Ready.
Now a give. It's Jackson. There he goes left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 143 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Go. Check it.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, break. Check.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. They'll run it with Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Got it. Ready.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check Bobcat.
Jackson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Three.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taylor now from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw is Duggan. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Duggan looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Duggan. That's complete to Palmer. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Throwing, Duggan. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Duggan will look to throw this. There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10. Duggan now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. 20! They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Go check.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Now they go end around with Adams. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor from his in. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's going to let it fly. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Duggan to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off by Robert Spillane. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into